Hey Aries, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Aries. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So we have the ever unfolding rose. This card says cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Yeah, I'm getting some feeling right away for you that there might be a little bit of, what is the word that I want to use? I want to say worry or anxiety, but it might not even be that strong. Just a little bit of conflict, you might feel a little internally conflicted when it comes to your career. So, of course, it'll vary for everybody, kind of the intensity of that. For some of you, it's almost like it's a minor kind of underlying feeling. And for others, it might be a little bit more acute. It might be on your mind. It might actually cause some anxiety for you. But what I'm picking up on right away is that your guides want you to just take a deep breath. And they want you to know that whatever career decision you're facing right now, or things you might be questioning regarding your career right now, that it is all unfolding in your highest good. So I wanted to get that out right from the beginning and let you know that your guides, they want you to feel and to know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be on your journey, even if you don't see any road signs right now. Just trust where you are. So that was a little odd. I feel like your guides, they're kind of just showing me, like, if you were on a long stretch of highway that is kind of like abandoned, like there's not a lot of traffic, there's not a lot going on, and there's no signs to make sure that you're still going the right way. I feel like they're saying, just believe and trust that you really still are on the right path. Like, you got to get to that next sign so you can say, okay, yeah, I'm on the right track. But you might just be kind of in that middle ground, but trust the direction that you set out on, because it was right, is kind of what they're saying. I feel like everyone's got, well, I've done reading one. I feel like everybody's guides, like, they're very funny or feisty today. Yours are very blunt. So yeah, you might notice that in yourself, because your guides are super blunt for some reason. Like, they're not trying to give me any kind of elaborate or beautiful way to say it. They're like, it's right. So there, it's a little bit, it's a little straightforward, but that might be indicative of how you receive messages the best. Maybe you receive them in a straightforward way, and that's most impactful for you. So yeah, even if there's no road signs right now, even if you can't see you're on the right road or you're headed in the right direction, trust is what your guides are saying. They're saying, like, really any stress or tension or anxiety, release that. And I'm also feeling like your decisions and maybe even the challenges that you have when it comes to your career are very closely linked to your own personal growth and development. So you might be noticing that, like, as you grow and change as a person, your preferences are changing, you are acquiring more skills, and these are things that you're going to want to apply to what you ultimately decide to do, or like a shift that you might want to make. Yeah, the energy that I get for you guys is that your guides are telling me this is a developing story. It's almost like things might not have seemed clear, or like your path was super defined or clear for you, but this is a developing and an evolving story for you. So you are growing, you're changing, you are acquiring new knowledge, new skills, new ways to manage yourself, manage your time, manage everything you do. And it's all kind of culminating into this direction for you to go in. It is very hard to articulate, particularly when your guides are as blunt as they are, because they're literally just showing me, they just show me a random image. And I'm like, okay, what is that? It's funny. Okay. I also kind of get like, okay, I get this beginner energy for you. So a lot of you might be right at the beginning of your career journey. You might be in school still, or you might be just thinking about for the first time what career you want to pursue. For some of you, you might be at the beginning stages of a new branch of your career journey. So maybe you have been working for a while, or you've been in a field, in a particular field. You may have even earned a degree in a particular field. And now there's this beginner energy coming through for you. So I don't know exactly what that means for you. That could be that you're about to start something brand new. That could be that you're about to incorporate some new element, some new aspect into something you've already been doing. So you might realize like, I'm going to do this in a new way. But yeah, I definitely have this beginner energy coming through for you. Which again, yeah, it could be a complete change of direction. It could be stepping into a new role in your current field even. It could be literally that you're just trying to figure out what in the world you want to do. It could be that kind of energy. But there is beginner energy for this group, and it's actually coming through as beginner's luck. That's a really good sign that even if you feel like you have no idea what the heck you're doing like at all, or where you ultimately want to end up, it's a sign that there's a lot of blessings lined up for you, and there's a lot working behind the scenes in your favor right now, and regarding this this newness. Yeah, I'm hearing some of you are starting in your career, starting to work your first job in your career or something like that, or kind of waiting to hear about a new opportunity, a position that you're like that you want to pursue. So if that's the case, or anything like, it doesn't have to be that you're about to start something new, but well, no, I think all of you are starting something new one way or another, even if it's that you're just incorporating something new into something you're already doing. But what I want to say is, this feels like the kind of energy that's like, whatever that thing is, it's totally blessed. It's like touched by an angel. It's there's stuff going on behind the scenes that you couldn't imagine. Like, somebody is looking at your job application and thinking, this is the person to hire. And it could be like they've just come to this conclusion. They've just learned a new piece of information that makes you the perfect candidate for this. Like, they've just figured out, oh, this person's going to be responsible for filling this role as well, or for doing this thing. This application is the one that stands out to me as someone who can do that job. Like, it's something like that, like things you could never even imagine. It's just sort of bringing you to the top, highlighting you in some way, opening up an opportunity for you. So if there is something new that you're about to jump into, this is the best energy that I could ever imagine to feel in terms of something new. And just know you've got that beginner's luck on your side. You've got that, like, it's something you can't really define, but just things working with you, and working in your favor. Some of you might get an opportunity completely out of the blue, or just happen to be in the right place at the right time, or happen to talk to the right person by chance, and it opens some door for you. So your guides are wanting you to keep a really open mind, because you literally never know how one seemingly small decision, like a decision to maybe stop somewhere and get coffee, or you just randomly decide to start up a conversation with a stranger, it might lead to something much bigger, and you never know. And that's kind of that lucky feeling that I'm getting for you. It's like, it will seem random, but you'll look back on it and think, hey, if I hadn't just randomly done that thing, this wouldn't be happening. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of luck on your side right now in terms of your career. Yeah. There's something else. There's something else I want to say about this. The messages are flowing today, for sure. I'm hearing that some of you, that sometimes you find yourself going down a rabbit hole. getting kind of lost in things. And that this can lead you to discovering new passions or new opportunities that you didn't know existed or that you hadn't opened your mind to yet. So it's like getting lost in a YouTube search. Like, you know, you watch one video and then you watch the next video and then you watch the next video, and pretty soon you end up on something like a video topic that you're like, how did I get here? What is this? Where, how did this start? I was supposed to be, you know, doing X, Y, and Z, and here I am wasting time. That's kind of the feeling I get from you, that you might view it sometimes like just wasting time. You can't even figure out why you're on that topic. Or I feel like the same thing can happen with like a Google search. Like you just kind of go into the rabbit hole. You search something, you click on something that's not even really about what you searched for, and you're just like reading up on it, and you're interested in it. And oh, I'm seeing some of you like even getting lost in a bookstore, like just kind of going and flipping through books on different topics and things like that. So I feel like this is something that you might be drawn toward, you might be prone to doing. And your guides are actually encouraging you to do this. They're encouraging you to allow your mind to wander, to allow yourself to get lost sometimes, to not always view that that tendency to go down the rabbit hole as like procrastination or as an inability to focus, because it's really a form of exploration. And I'm just hearing that in terms of your career, at least right now, like around this energy that I'm picking up on for you, around the time you're watching this video, I'm hearing that, yeah, okay, sorry. I'm hearing that this form of exploration is going to be your greatest asset. That, yeah, it's your greatest asset, whereas sometimes you can view it as a weakness or a flaw, because you can view it as like, I'm totally off track. I'm totally off track. I'm down the rabbit hole. But the thing about it is, for a lot of you that might be starting out in a new direction, or you might be confused about which direction you want to go in, this is a great ability, a great chance for you to figure out a passion that you didn't know existed. So don't always cut that off. Like, sure, there's a time to focus, but there's also a time to explore. And your guides are really pointing to this exploration. I think this is because, as they were talking about, like, your career being a culmination of all of the information you've collected, all of the skills you've acquired, all of the ways you've grown and changed and evolved as a person. Some of that is your curious mind, your wandering mind, your at times procrastination. This is actually really weird, because it's like we always, maybe not always, but a lot of times we view procrastination as a bad thing. We view getting lost and going off on a tangent as a bad thing, the thing that shouldn't have happened. You know, like I would have gotten so much more work done if I had stayed focused. But there's an opportunity for you to explore. And I think that because this message is coming through, it's highly likely that you're going to find something. You're going to figure out a passion. You're going to discover a new opportunity. Something is going to happen because of that that getting off track. Do my air quotes. Getting off track is going to get you on track in terms of your career. So yeah, opposite energy for you, number 2. I love that, because who doesn't want to just like explore a little bit, see what happens, see what you find. I think that in that discovery time, in that play time, you really figure out a lot about yourself. That's what makes it important. And so they're really, your guides are saying to pay attention to what you naturally gravitate towards, gravitate toward in the times that your mind is wandering, because it's really a clue to you about where you want to actually live, like where you want to spend all of your time. Where you find yourself randomly is probably where you naturally want to spend more or all of your time. So sometimes I feel like, gosh, there's so many messages coming through off of this one card. I feel like sometimes you guys will kind of put the things that call to you naturally on the back burner so that you can focus on like the real work or what really has to get done or the important tasks or whatever it might be. But your guides are asking you to explore the idea of making the work that you do fall in line with what naturally calls to you. They're saying it won't feel like work. It won't feel like work. I do appreciate them for at least saying that, because they don't say that much, your guides. They show me images, which is so funny. But yeah, but they're just saying it won't feel like work. Let's get you some more oracle cards. Oh. Okay, we had 2 pop out, so we'll take both of those. We have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And we also have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Okay. I just feel like your guides really want you to cut yourself some slack. It's so funny because we just got off this whole procrastination train and now we're on to this. They want you to cut yourself some slack. Not every rabbit hole that you go down is bad. Probably not any. Well, sometimes we can end up in some very questionable places on the internet. I'll give you that. But it's all a part of this exploration. It's all a part of you figuring out what sparks joy. So your guides are, they want you to have fun. They want you to explore. This humor card is giving me the feeling of like lightening up a little bit, not taking yourself so seriously, and just kind of releasing any burdens that you might feel around choices that you have to make in terms of career or pressures that you have around career. This is like bringing in a lighter, easier, calmer, more peaceful energy. For some of you, this might be talking directly about some of your passions. If you have passions that utilize your sense of humor or your like childlike side, your childlike wonder, maybe looking at the world more through the lens of your past self, like maybe looking at the world. I'm getting so excited. I want to say so many things. I'm tripping over all my words. So maybe trying to look at the world through more of that childlike lens, like putting yourself back at a time when you were more carefree, when all possibilities seemed open to you, and looking at things through that lens now is going to help to clarify things for you, help to see really what you're in tune with, like really what's speaking to you. I feel like when we're in our childlike state, or when we were, if we can't, like, we can either access that as adults, or if you just think back to when you were in that childlike state, you didn't have the same pressures, you didn't have the same demands. You weren't as knowledgeable, that's true. So you might not have known, like, I need to do this for this particular responsible adult reason. You might not have realized those things, but you didn't have to. And that's when you were like in your purest form, when you could decide what you wanted to do purely based on what was feeling good to you and what was sparking joy for you. So they're really wanting you to look at things that way. This is also giving me the feeling that you might want to or be particularly good at doing something where you work with children. So that could be something for some of you. What I was seeing originally is like some of you may literally have dreams of becoming a stand-up comedian or like a screenplay writer, a fiction writer. I feel like you might want to entertain people in some way or uplift people in some way. And this really does take me back to working with children too, because I feel like even if, like if you want to, let's say, teach or maybe like be a psychologist to children or something like that, I feel like even if you don't consider yourself an entertainer, in a lot of ways you really are in that kind of position, because you have to keep kids engaged. And I feel like, any kind of job where you can tap into that childlike essence that you have, that purity that you have inside of you, is going to be great. I think you can connect with children in that way, but it's not just children. I think you can connect with people in general through humor, through some kind of upliftment. I feel like you, they're saying that you put your own unique spin on whatever you do. That might be why I'm all over the place. Yeah, you put your own unique spin on whatever you do. And the encouragement here is try to find the humor and try to find the lightheartedness in even the periods of indecision or the periods of feeling lost. So this is really a feeling of like honoring where you are at any given moment. So honoring where you are on your career path right now, because the lessons are good. The lessons are going to serve you. Maybe trying to find the humor in it sometimes. Yeah, it just feels to me like you have the ability to uplift and inspire people. And that's in whatever field you want to bring it to. And it's something that shouldn't be overlooked in whatever the career pursuit is. Literally, no matter what it is. Because uplifting and inspiring people is very important. Yeah, you're getting a lot of messages about potential careers, which is interesting. I mentioned the other video that I did about finding your perfect career. I might try to link that below or something, because it might be a good video to accompany this one if you're like confused. It might help to highlight some of the things that you would be really great at. But yeah, I feel like there's something about entertaining or some kind of humor, like almost like you're meant to be in the spotlight in a way. And I also think that if there is some sort of artistic pursuit that's calling to you, this is a great way for you to look at it, because I think you're able to uplift people. So through whatever art you do, you uplift people. I also think that this idea of like how you're growing and evolving, how this is an evolving story, how you're adding to your bank of knowledge, that's going to be expressed in any artistic works that you do, really in any work that you do, but speaking particularly to those of you who are called towards more of an artistic form of expression. All of your experiences are going to be able to be poured into that. So you're going to be able to express and communicate and make people feel in new ways based on all of this experience that you're gaining. And I think you can even bring humor to heavier situations that people might face in their life. So yeah, that's just something to consider. Let's look at your tea leaf cards. So we have Mountain, Major Challenge to Overcome. Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yeah. Throne, position of authority. Yeah. This is confirmation. And Shark, take care, there will be loss of material wealth. Okay. There's a lot here. You guys got 4 cards. There's kind of a lot, but I'm seeing what's going on here. I do think that for some of you, maybe figuring out what direction you want to go in it has been challenging to you. It can feel like you want to go this way one day, that way the next. It can feel like a bit of a burden at times, and even that you're not even sure how you want to use all of this accumulated knowledge, like how you want to channel it, what direction you want it to go. I wonder if some of you have already come out of that. Mountain was the first card that came out, and then we have you moving into this Torch energy, which is perfect, and then this Throne energy. So I think what's happening is this is kind of showing me the evolution. You might find yourself at any point here, any phase. And then we'll talk about the Shark card, but I feel like this is showing me your journey, because I was originally going to take 3 cards and 4 came out for you. So this is just an additional message for you, but I am kind of seeing it starts out challenging. The way you develop spiritually, the way you develop emotionally, the way that you just develop as a person, the knowledge that you gain is really going to influence your career, and it's going to feed into it. It's going to allow you to bring a lot to whatever field you go into. The way you're growing and developing is impacting your choices and your career options. So if you're feeling like you need to switch directions or something, just know it's because there's growth there. So preferences may change, knowledge may change, interests may change, and that's totally fine. Again, don't be hard on yourself if it's about changing direction, and find the humor in it. You know, sometimes we can just laugh at ourselves, or we can laugh at our story. We can laugh and say, that's so funny that I thought that I wanted to do this thing when really that's not what I want to do. And it doesn't really seem that funny when you're in it, but you know, it can be, because you can use all of that knowledge and all that experience that you gained in one path and apply it to the next, and just think, isn't this so cool that now I can bring this knowledge base to this new field, and I don't have to relearn all of this, and I can even have a brand new perspective than anyone else has ever had, because I have my own experiences. So that's kind of that energy there. I think that really you're destined for big things, for really great things. We have this throne card, this position of authority. This is kind of showing me that you're going to the top of whatever it is that you choose to do. And I really do think that that is where the shark energy is coming from. I'm getting the message that, first of all, that you're destined to be a leader. And this could be because you just bring a brand new perspective to things. So you will naturally lead because you see things in a way that other people don't. But what I'm seeing here, and it's actually a little bit strange, because we have this throne card, which makes me think of a lot of abundance. It makes me think of, it's like you are going to be in a position of authority, and you'll be compensated for being there. And then we also have this shark energy that's saying to take care, or there will be loss. There will be a loss of material wealth. What I'm getting from this is that if you don't pay attention to your passions and to these areas where you are naturally gifted, you're actually going to, how do I say this? You're actually going to miss out on a lot of great opportunities and a lot of material abundance. Because you are a leader, I feel like you're going to rise to the top in whatever field you go into. And if you are to, I just have to put it bluntly, because, well, for one thing, because your guides are blunt, and another because I can't figure out how to, like, how to sugarcoat this. It's nothing bad, but the message is this. It's very clear. If you try to almost like dumb yourself down, or like go a conventional route, you're going to make far less money. You're going to be far less happy. So what this is telling me is you might be drawn towards something where the outlook in terms of material success, in terms of how much money, how lucrative this field is, you might be drawn in a direction where that's either questionable, or where it's like people who are in that field don't make that much money typically. But the thing is that people in any field can make a lot of money if they're really, really good at what they do. And I think your guides want you to know that if you pursue the things that you're really good at and that you're very passionate about, you will rise to the top and the money will follow. Even if initially you have to kind of sacrifice. Even if initially you have to say, you know what, I'm passionate about this. I'm going to go that direction, even if I won't make as much money if I go this other direction where it seems guaranteed. This is like you're actually going to be more materially successful doing what you're passionate about. So I just want you to consider that, because there's definite truth to that. Like, some artists make a lot of money and other artists don't. That's kind of just like, those are the facts. You know, we were talking about comedians. Some comedians are super famous and make a lot of money, and some comedians don't make that much money. But the point is for you to follow something that you're passionate about, and that's what's going to give you that boost to be as successful as you want to be in that career, on that path. That's it. That's kind of the message. So I've been really blabbing. Let's get you some more cards. Another oracle card. We have opposition, confrontation. So yeah, that kind of feeling, that's that indecision kind of reiterated. There might be something that you feel in opposition to, or you feel at odds with. There might be two parts of yourself that sometimes feel like they're at odds with each other. That can be what's going on. It's kind of an internal thing that's happening. Again, it's that indecision. This can even be about someone or something that's creating a feeling of confrontation or a feeling of resistance in your life. You might feel like you are butting heads with somebody in your personal life, or maybe even at work, but you might be butting heads about a career decision, or you might even be kind of butting heads with yourself, if that makes sense. Not really, because you've only got that one head, but but inside it's like you might be kind of like feeling this opposition inside of yourself. Some of you may even feel unhappy in your current situation, or like you're always butting heads with your coworkers or with your boss. You might feel like your current job in its entirety, it might feel out of alignment with your values, or out of alignment with your interests, or with your life. Like maybe it just doesn't fit with your life or your lifestyle. That can be the issue at times. But yeah, I feel like that's just that indecision kind of showing itself again. Yeah. I think what's important is the opposition. That opposition is really there to challenge you to grow. It's sort of like a training camp. So even if it seems really challenging right now, it's also showing you what is working for you and what's not working, what's flowing with you and what's not. And that's how we grow and how we start to define our preferences. And to me, that's that energy of the ever unfolding rose. It's you growing and evolving and changing. It's helping you to define what you want out of life and what you want out of your career. I feel like some of you might even struggle with kind of feeling like you're not good enough, or you're not capable of pursuing whatever it is that's calling to you. But your guides are saying that I feel like this might be because of, like, if you've had a past experience with this where you felt like, oh, I wasn't great at that, or I can't do that. Your guides are letting you know that even if you're meant for something, you're not going to be great at it the first try. You're not going to be perfect at it the first try. You still will have to take some time to hone your skills. So don't be so hard on yourself. With that throne card, you will succeed, even if you've had a little bit of a bump in the road when it comes to this. Let's get you some advice. So we have divine timing here. I love that. All in good time, all in due time. And again, back to that ever unfolding rose. It's like, this might be, it might have taken a little while. It might have taken some time for you to get to this place, for you to realize all that you want and all that you want to pursue. It can take some time. But you're growing, you're changing, you're evolving, you're developing more preferences, you're developing more skills. I feel like for a lot of you, you're going, even if you feel like, I went down the wrong path for a little while, you're going to be able to put all of the skills that you learned to really good use in whatever it is that you're wanting to pursue next. Let's get you some tarot. Cards jump right out. Oh yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. I feel like I just want to I'll put it here by opposition. That's funny because your guides opened this whole thing up with relax, you're fine, it's gonna be fine. Don't be so hard on yourself was really the message. Don't worry about it so much. So if there's a decision that you are struggling to come to, don't worry about it so much. It's all going to happen in due time. It's all going to happen in divine timing. And we were talking about things potentially happening for you by complete chance. By you just taking a chance, by you kind of exploring and wandering. And so that's another element of this divine timing thing. You will be in the right place at the right time. You will meet the right person at the right time. You will get the right opportunity at the right time. We had Judgment and Ace of Cups come out for you too. Beautiful energy. Judgment's all about, well, self-discovery, discovering ourselves. Really getting clarity. And it can also talk about our life purpose. So this is this is beautiful energy, and reiterating messages, which I love because it's like total confirmation. You are on your path, you're on your journey, and you're waking up to and discovering who you are, what you want to do, what you're great at, what your passions are, what you want to offer to the world. You're discovering all of that stuff, and it's all coming together in due time. Ace of Cups energy, love it. Love that energy. I think pile 1 had an ace as well. So this is about new beginnings. You very well might be setting out on a new path. Ace of Cups. The cups talk about things we love, our emotions. I think this is something that you are attached to, something that you feel really passionate toward. New creative and loving ideas is what this makes me think of. Something that you absolutely love, which was kind of the energy that was coming through for pile 1 too. Something that really draws you. I'm going to clarify this Ten of Swords. Why is this Ten of Swords here? I kind of feel like we already know. What is the Ten of Swords about? Whoa. We have Hermit energy. Yeah, this, to me, that's worry. These are things you might have worried a lot about. You could have even kept a lot of this to yourself. It's sort of just like playing on your mind all the time, like wanting to make this decision. Look what flipped out. I was going to clarify the Ace of Cups. It's clarified by the Ace of Cups. That is such creative energy. I don't even know what to say. Let's clarify Judgment. This feels like something. This is about some sort of creative expression for you, and it also feels like something that you it also feels like something that you really love, like something that you feel overflowing love for, like something you love doing. We have the Page of Pentacles clarifying the Judgment card. So this is about like stability for you. Like we were talking about, whatever this is going to produce that financial abundance for you, even if it doesn't seem like it would or like it should. Even if that's not most people's story, it really looks like it's going to be yours. The Page of Pentacles, again, there's newness here. We were talking about kind of that beginner's energy. And I really do feel like that for you. I really feel like with this page especially, it's like you might be at the start of this journey and you have these two aces too. So you might be at the start, but there's such beautiful and stable energy. And this feels like something that you've been really thoughtful about. Hermit, Page of Pentacles. The Pentacles being kind of slow, a little thoughtful. So this isn't a page that's just running around, you know, acting recklessly. This is something that's been considered. So it's really, really, really beautiful energy. Really beautiful energy here. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to say. There's so much I want to say, but actually your reading's getting really long. I don't want to keep you here, so I think I have covered this. I love that you had these repeating aces. This is really a message about following your passions, and don't be so hard on yourself, because this is an evolving story. This is it's unfolding right in front of you. So just let that divine timing work. Just let it work its way through all of this. Find the humor in it when you can. And I think that these decisions are going to be made a lot more clear to you when you follow your heart. So yeah, I thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again really soon in another reading. Bye!